What is going on today, folks? December 28th, 2025. Year is coming to an end. Okay, I think I can get away with. I think I could get away with some gradients here. Let's see what we can whip up. I think my initial approach is going to be some vertical gradients here for these. I'm going to actually make them solid bars that go all the way across, and then I could create another gradient that has um, the vertical gradient could be another gradient that has opacity 0, green, more 0, and like a solid green here, and then more transparent and like a dark green. I think okay, in my mind it makes sense. I think that's the approach I'm gonna take. So let's just get right into it. I'm gonna oopsie. I'm going to take this and make it the background. And with that background, I'm going to start nesting the gradients. So there's a chance I'm going to have to layer them on top of each other. So they're going to be two linear gradients. Um, so we'll go with the first one. I could do it. I'll make it the horizontal. So we go from 0 to 40. So I'll go transparent actually, 40 pixels. Oopsie, 40 pixels. Uh, and then 100. So it will go this green, dark green, 0 to 100 pixels, and then 100 to 120, uh, transparent again, right? Transparent again, 0, 120 pixels. Oh, this isn't going to be pretty, but 120. So we established that these are 60 pixels, so 180. Oh, actually, so 120, 120, that's opacity 0, transparent. So and 120 to 180. Yep. 180. And then another 20, transparent this time. Okay, I'm just gonna break this into its own line. Another transparent this time, but this time from 180 to 200. So we'll just go 200 here. And then now, the final one, um, it's actually not the final one. So we'll go this color from 200 to 260. 260. And then after that, 260 onwards, we have the transparent again. Um, what is this? Till so 0. I think we could just get away with that. Why is this not working? Okay, why? This doesn't need to be. Oh, what is going on here? What do we have here? Why is it doing that? Do I need 90 degrees? 90. Okay. No, I don't. So why is it shifting like that? Do I need the ampersand? I don't understand that. Okay. So we have another linear gradient now going the opposite direction. So linear gradient. I just want to see if I go 90 degrees, 90 degrees, and then I will make it a harsh. Uh, let's just, okay, harsh, and then transparent, and then like a solid. That's what I meant by harsh. And then we'll and dark green, and then transparent again, and then oopsie, and then the light green, and then essentially it's back to this, back to this. Oopsie. All right, that's the dark green, and then I can go past it. Okay, I need to. There's a chance I could get rid of the opacity here actually. You know what? Let me before I do this. Let me just see something. If I want to add a margin here, margin 20 pixels. Okay. Okay. Then if that, what if I do 0 0 and then slash 300 pixels. Okay. 0 and then 300 pixels. Oh man. Okay. So what does this do? 50 pixels. 90 pixels. 150 pixels. 50 pixels. Okay. I was trying to see if I could restrict it right and left. Um, let's just uncomment this back. Okay. And now that I can't do that. So now I have this one is this bar, and then I have transparent again. And then I have the light green. So I don't know if you guys can have any idea what I'm doing. Okay, so yeah, so instead of having now, essentially, I'm going to add these vertical bars, and I'm just going to make sure these transitions are all um, like no transition, essentially, no feathering. So up to 30 pixels, so we'll go 30 pixels, and then that's the first one, that's the light green, and then we have the opacity 0 from 0 to 90 pixels, and then we have 90 to 150. Okay, and then these are 150, and then the transparent 0 to 180, 180 pixels, and then now we have the solid green divider in the middle. It will be from 180 to 220, I believe. So okay, and then back to 220 to 250, 0 to 250 pixels, and then this. Wait, okay, hold on. This one didn't even work. Um, okay, why didn't that work? 90 degree. What? So 0, 0, 0. Okay. 160. 260. Okay. 150. So this is 180. Okay, let me just finish doing this. So this one is the last opacity. Is it this one here? No, this one here. So up to 250, I think it was 250 pixels, and then 250 to 310. Okay, so I'm kind of intrigued as to why this one isn't working. Okay, I'll figure that out in a sec. And then the opacity from up to 370, 0 to 370 pixels. And then I guess I just have to do that final one at the end, which is 400 essentially. 0 and then 400 pixels. Okay, none of the light colored versions worked. So it should be on the front, it should be at the end. Why did that not work? Could it be because the overlapping? Let's try. If I cut this out, comma, there we go. It's just a layering. Okay, so submit. Theoretically, I could have done if I went and did the oopsie and had here a margin. Okay, hold on a sec. What is this character count? 342. 342. Let me try something else. Okay, if I go and then I have the, so here I'll do a background of this light green, and then here we'll do a just for a sec. I just want to see the size of it. That way I can restrict um, the linear gradient. So if I just go margin 50 pixels, that's a bit too much. 40, 40, and then 30. Beautiful. And then if I had the linear gradient that goes up and down, I think it's this one here. I'll put this instead of background here. I'll put linear gradient. How does it work? Okay, so it's pushed down. So I need to adjust. So we'll go 0, everything minus 40, 60, 80, 140, 160, 220. So that works. And now I'll take this one and I could put that here. Oh, well, dang it. Okay, so this has to be nested on top to get that divider in the middle. Well, then I could just make it, instead of the harsh green, I'll just make it, harsh green is the 0.7. I think that's, so I technically, oh man, okay, I technically don't need this. I don't need, I just need the, okay, if I start with this one here, right? Actually, that's a lie. I need the transparent one in the front, and this one here, and then don't have. Well, that's not gonna work, is it? I think I can. You know what? I can. I don't need. I don't need. Uh, okay, this can go. And 310. And this is again. I don't need this either. I lied. Maybe I just don't need this last one. Okay, almost done. And we can just add one more linear gradient that adds this divide in the middle, and it would be at 180 to 220. So if I go linear gradient, um, it would be 180 to 220. So it'll go from nothing, opacity 0, like 0 to 180. And then we'll go this light green, from 0 to 220 pixels. Oh, 90 degrees. And then opacity 0 all the way over to, what if I just did this? 180. Oh, do I have to 120? Wait a minute. So at 180, 0 to 180, and then from 0 to 220, and then from 220, 400. I'm confused. Why is it like that? It's over. It's 180. Oh, I have to mine. Okay. 20, 30, 140, 150. But this still doesn't make sense. 220 minus 1, so 190 I think was the right number. Okay. How much was this? 344. I don't know if I saved any characters. Oh, no, I did not. That's funny. So I'll just go with my original solution. There has to be a way of restricting these, like having the margin just appear in a certain area instead of the entire background. I think I have to restrict the shape first, but boom. We'll bring that, and we got here, boom, 306. I'll take it. Fantastic. Wonderful. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys tomorrow.